Hi, in this video I am going to show you how to attach the sides to the gusset of the sleigh to form the sleigh. You've already made your sides and sewn them together, and you've made your gusset, attached your runners, and you've sewn across the gusset in two spots. This helps with folding the sleigh. So fold your gusset on those two lines, and then you're going to attach the side to the gusset. And the first attachment point, the first place that you're going to pin it, is this back corner. So pin through your side, right on that back corner, and then match it to that back corner of your gusset. Now you can pin up the back, and the pattern tells you to pin up the back, or if you want to, you can just place a pin in the front here just to stabilize it. So then what you are doing, and what you will be doing, is you will be sewing the outside layer of the gusset to the inside layer of the sides. So that's how you want to pin those together. And you are sewing edge to edge. So pin, and you've got to make a little curve here in the back, and try and pin just through your fabric only, and then pin, and then sometimes up at this back corner I'll stick 2 pins on. Now you'll go around and you'll pin all the way to the front, like this side is already. So you can see the pins here, across, and to the front. You'll also pin up your runner. Now the runner can be sewn on as you're sewing the sides on, or you can actually attach the front of the runner with a little button. So it's your choice, but I'll explain that to you in just a minute. So what you're going to do is, again, you're sewing your inside edge of your side to the outside layer of your gusset. You're going to be sewing edge to edge. So if you can see that needle right there, I'm sewing edge to edge. I'm going in on the bottom layer, or the inside layer of the side, and I'm coming out on the outside layer of the gusset, again, edge to edge. So I'm going to just sew, and you can move these runners out of the way as you sew. Pull it tight. You're also using 2 strands of a thicker cotton thread. Now this is Aurifil 12 weight thread. I like that, but any 12 weight thread would do. And I'm using longer needles. I use a milliner's size 7 needle. They're easier to sew with. So you're going to place your needle in at an angle, and then you're going to come out, or you're going to place it in the bottom edge of the bottom, the inside layer of the side, and you're going to come out on the edge of the outside layer of the gusset. Again, in and out. When you get to the bottom, we're going to change just a little bit. Now you've sewn this edge of the runner. Now when you go across the bottom, you are sewing the inside layer of the side to the edge of the runner. And as you do that, you're fixing or affixing the outside edge of the runner to the side so it's completed. Again, in through the inside edge of the side, and then out through the edge of the runner. So you'll follow that process all the way around, sewing about every 1/4 inch. It doesn't have to be really tight, Then you're going to follow this along, continuing to sew. Now here's where you have a choice. You can either just sew the inside layer of the side to the outside layer of the gusset here, or you can sew the inside layer of the side to this edge of your runner. But don't go all the way up, because you want that runner to have a little, you want it to look like a runner, so you don't want it laying flat all the way up against the front of your sleigh. You want to have a little bit of opening there. So you can also attach a button. And then to finish off your sleigh, after you've sewn both sides, you can put hot glue crystals on there, you attach a bow and a little bell, or anything you like. Fill it with candy, fill it with cards, and have a Merry Christmas. That's it.